to Making Meals with Meka Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great time. Today, you are in for a treat because we are making a delicious, hearty hug in a bowl, and it is a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. It is going to be delicious. So, the first thing to do is we have to prep our vegetables, okay? So, we're just going to prep our vegetables. This recipe is calling for one whole onion. I am using a sweet onion. You can use whatever onion you want to. Well, I wouldn't suggest using like a red onion, but if you want to use a white onion, a Spanish onion, a sweet onion, go ahead. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, brother. Hi, welcome. Brother, you're here every week. I really appreciate you. Let's get it. I hope you're taking notes so you can have this soup in your repertoire. I was just saying how I'm going to use a sweet onion. Hi, Jay Kelly. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, you guys, my preference for using a sweet onion is strictly selfish. The sweet onion is the only onion I can cut without crying. And I've tried all the other stuff that people has, suggested to me about, using onions. I'm just going to just go ahead and just use the sweet onions because I don't cry. We got Steve Reyes here. Hi, Steve. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. So right now, we're just going to prep real quick. I'm going to dice the onion. I am going to cut the carrot. So I love using big carrots. I tell Jay Kelly said, just call me Jim. Well, hello, Jim. Welcome. With the carrot, I suggest not using baby carrots. And if you have whole carrots in your grocery store, just buy the big bag of carrots. Use the big carrot. And then we are also using 2 celery stems. The celery, the carrot, and the onion, and also the garlic. You guys, this is going to be the base for our soup, okay? So let me just get started here. A quick and easy way to dice onion is I just slice the ends off like this. And I slice it in half. People have a hard time peeling onions, and I just go in and I just get the first 2 layers of skin, and then I peel it off. Look how easy that onion was to peel. Let me show you again. So I've sliced both the halves off. I just go in. I go in 2 layers deep, okay? Because I don't got time to try to play with the little flimsy little, no. I go in 2 layers deep, peel it off. This onion is ready, and it's juicy. Okay, I got to put this in the trash. I'm just going to move my trash closer to me. Give me a second, guys. This trash needs to be like right here. It's too far. How come you guys don't tell me to move my trash closer? Okay, let me wash my hands. Hi, you guys. For everyone that is tuning in, you are making meals with Meka. You are here at the perfect time. We have 20 people here hanging out. We are making cream of chicken and wild rice soup. You guys, this soup is so easy to make and it's going to be delicious. I am dicing all of the vegetables right now. Well, I am prepping the vegetables right now. So I am going to put 1 full onion in here because it's going to add such a good flavor. So what I do is I go in and I make some slits. I'm just going to go straight down. I'm going to come in and say hi to everyone. We have, is that Sheen? Sheena Bridges. Hello, Sheena. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're making meals with Meka right now, and we are making cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Okay, so the very first time I had this soup, and I'm pretty sure this might be a lot of you guys' experiences, I had this soup at like, what's the name of at a restaurant? What is the name of that restaurant? Panera Bread. I don't really shout out restaurants or anything like that. But I had this soup And it was my first time actually having it. And I was in college the first time I've ever tasted a soup like this. And it was the most delicious soup I have ever had. And I'm like, oh my God, that soup is delicious. It's thick, it's hearty, it's creamy, and I love it. And I have loved that soup ever since then. All right, so I know I said I'm going to do one whole onion, but listen, I think that's enough, guys. And it's okay to improvise, right? Important note, even if the recipe calls for something, you can improvise. So the recipe calls for one whole onion, but this was a huge onion. I'm not going to put the whole onion in there. I'm just going to put half of an onion, okay? And then let's do the celery next. The celery is really easy. I'm just going to keep it like this, and I'm just going to go through, and we're just going to chop, okay? And we want the celery to be nice and thin like that, but I like the little U shape, right? So, but if you want to chop your celery down and dice it to make smaller pieces, it's up to you. You are free to, do what you want to with this recipe, but I'm going to keep it in that cute little U shape. We have, is that Walshay 100? Welcome. So I'm just going to chop this celery, and I'm using 2 ribs of celery. All right, it's important that we use these vegetables in our soup because this is the base. This is where the flavor is going to come from. And you want this soup to be tasting like you've cooked it all day, even though you've only cooked it for like 30 minutes, okay? So we have our onion, we have our celery, and then for the carrot, here's another secret. I'm not a big cooked carrot person, guys. Like, I love raw carrots. I'm not a big cooked carrots. So I'm going to keep the carrots big like this because I do want the flavor of the carrot. But in my soup, I pick the carrots out. So I'm going to keep them big so they're easy for me to pick out. But you can dice them. You can do whatever you want to. We have Belinda. Hi, Belinda. Welcome. So we are just chopping our vegetables for this soup. You guys, this soup is absolutely wonderful. I was just sharing the first time I had this soup, and I had to recreate it using my own recipe. And I do this all the time, and I want to challenge you guys to do this. And the next time we're all live, we're hanging out together, I want you to tell me if you've accepted a challenge. So sometimes what I do is when I go to restaurants and if I try a dish that's new, right? What I try to do is I try to recreate it when I get home. I don't look it up or do anything, but based off of how it tastes and the ingredients that I can visually see, I try to go home and recreate the dish. And sometimes I'm like right on point. Sometimes I'm a little bit off, but it's still really, really fun. So I am chopping my 2 carrots. Okay. And do you guys remember what this combination is called? In French cooking, when you have onion, celery, and carrots, it actually has a name for it. Kind of like in, we're going to say like Southern cooking. If people say the Holy Trinity, if you talk about the Holy Trinity in Southern cooking, everybody know it's onion, bell pepper, and celery. That is the Holy Trinity. So if you substitute the bell pepper for carrot in French cooking, it's called something else. I'm going to see if you guys know that. Hi, we have Mimo, and we have, I'm just going to call you 89 because it's an Z Nuts 89. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you for that. All right, guys. So I have my onion, my celery, and my carrot. I'm not going to chop my garlic just yet because I'm not going to put it in the pan, but let's go. It's time to get cooking. All right, we're going to move this to the side. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I got the main ingredient here is the chicken. I'm going to chop my chicken. You can use any cut of chicken you like for this recipe. I'm going to use the chicken breast. My favorite cut of chicken is chicken thighs, but however, I feel like the chicken breast, the texture of the chicken breast works really, really well with this soup. And this is a huge chicken breast, and I am going to slice this really, really small. So I'm going to go in and cut it on the cross section like that. And then just go and cut some strips. And the reason why I'm going to dice this really small is I kind of want the chicken to have, like, to kind of fall apart in the soup. Now, we are going to have hunks of chicken, but I want like little shreds of chicken in every bite. And the only way to achieve that for me is to chop these down into smaller little cubes. So I've taken the chicken breast and I've just sliced it on the half. And then I'm going to go back in and dice it. And it is important, you guys, safety, kitchen rule. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever use the same cutting board to slice your meat that you do with your vegetables. You really do need two separate cutting boards, okay? That's why I have this plastic cutting board. I really like the plastic cutting boards for meats and the wooden cutting boards for vegetables. But please do not share the same cutting board. It is really important, okay? Hi, you guys. Welcome. We have more people hanging out with us on this hump day. Happy Wednesday. We are making meals with Meka. I am slicing some chicken breasts right now for our cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Here we go. So we're going to season this chicken. All right. If you guys can see, I have one messy hand. That's the hand that touches the chicken. And I have one clean hand. And this is my rule for seasoning. You always want to keep one hand clean, and then you have the other one to get in and kind of mix it. So before we start searing this chicken off, we are going to season it with some salt. Okay, you need to season every aspect of this dish. I'm going to go in with a little garlic powder. I'm going to go in with just a little dry thyme. Thyme is going to give it that really nice flavor. Like it's been cooking all day. Okay. So just a little bit of thyme. Remember I told you guys thyme, thyme. It literally adds time to your dish. Like it's been cooking all day. All right. So now I have my pepper grinder. I'm going to wash my hands, you guys. Okay. So my sink is right here. Make sure you are washing your hands thoroughly when you're using any type of meat, poultry. All right. And I had to wash my hands because I got to use my pepper grinder. And I don't want to contaminate my pepper grinder. This chicken is room temperature. All right. If you cook your chicken or any protein, make sure you let it come to room temperature before you cook it. What it's going to do is it's going to soften all the fat muscles in the meat, and it's going to make your chicken juicy. It's not going to dry it out. All right. So here we go. Let's get going. This is the moment we're waiting for. Let's put all this together. Okay. So you already know we're going to pull out the trusty. Okay. So I have this pan. This pan is like smoking hot right now. It's been preheating. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful. And no, I haven't gotten oven mitts yet. Okay, not yet. I'm gonna get some. Don't even worry about it. All right, so this pan is smoking hot, and that's what we want. We want our pan to be smoking hot when we start cooking everything. And it really does help with the temperature and the composition of your dish. Hi guys, everyone that's tuning in. You are making meals with Meka, and we are making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Okay, and we're going to make some homemade crackers to go along with this. Last week I made homemade crackers, and I got so many messages about how amazing those crackers were. So we got to run it back. We're running it back. They're going to be a little different flavor, but we're running back the homemade crackers today. All right. So this skillet is already hot, which is what we want. We're going to add our chicken. And you know it's hot when you hear that. That's the sound we want to hear. Okay. That's the sound we want to hear right there. So I have my pot on like a medium. Okay. Because We don't want this chicken to cook too quickly. Okay? We just want this to start searing off. So we don't want to put the chicken in here and it just like gets dark. No, okay? So I'm cooking this on a medium, right? This is going to get nice and let all the juices come out. It's room temperature. I'm multitasking here because I'm cleaning. I can't help it, you guys. I just can't throw everything in the sink. I have to clean while I go. Put a thumbs up in the chat if you're one of those people that you clean as you go. I have to clean as I go. That's the only way I can ensure that my kitchen won't be crazy when I'm done cleaning, okay? If you guys are just tuning in, you are making meals with Meka. We are making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. We have our chicken that's cooking up nicely in our pan. Okay. And then we're going to add these delicious vegetables. We have our onion, we have our celery, and we have our carrot. Yes, we're going to saute all of these together. If you guys only knew how amazing it smells in here right now. It smells so amazing. Oh my goodness. And right now, we are building flavor. We have Val that has just joined. Hello, Val. Hi. Okay, so I asked if you guys if you clean while you go or if you're... I dropped a carrot. Hold on. This is like bloopers. I asked who cleans while they go. Deontay says that sometimes he cleans while he goes, while he's cooking, but then sometimes he just waits until it's done. Okay, whatever it is, it's up to you guys. I just have to clean while I go. Now, since I added some more ingredients, I'm going to turn this up a little bit because I want to keep the temperature the same. So remember this, guys. When you're adding things to your pot, you always want to keep the temperature nice and hot. So it's okay to adjust your temperature. We have Cherise. Hi, Cherise. We have Valerie. Hello. Valerie says she cooks as she goes. Cherise says yes. Cooking while cleaning is a must. Absolutely. And it's just so much better for me because when I'm done, everything's pretty much, I don't have a huge amount of dishes to wash. You guys, this is smelling amazing. Okay, it's smelling amazing. This is our soup basis is on the way. In this pot, let me show you guys. Y'all see that? We have diced chicken. We have celery. We have onion. We have garlic. I mean, not garlic yet. And we have carrot. And right now, we're just going to let these just go ahead and cook down. Okay, I'm going to cover this so it can cook a little more quickly. All right, I'm going to move this to the side just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Okay. We have Miss Riz. She asked if I've ever made butter chicken. Yes, ma'am, I have. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. And guess what? I have a butter chicken recipe on my channel. But if you guys want me to cook butter chicken live for you, I will 100% cook butter chicken live. That is a great dish to cook while our chicken, our onions, our celery, our carrots are cooking nice and getting all comfortable with each other. I'm going to chop some garlic. Okay, you do not, I repeat, you do not put the garlic in with everyone else. Garlic is very special and it burns really easily. So we're going to wait a little minute before we put the garlic because we don't want the garlic to burn. But we have a request for me to cook butter chicken live and I will. Okay, butter chicken is actually my boyfriend's absolute favorite dish. He loves it. So what about how about I can cook some butter chicken and I'll show you guys how to make some homemade naan while we're at it. Thumbs up. Oh, I thought it says men. Okay, but he's a boy. I'm sorry, mister. I am so sorry. Riz is a guy. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, Riz, you got it. Riz wants butter chicken. We're going to cook some butter chicken. Listen, everyone, you're tuning in with Making Meals with Meka. We are cooking my famous cream of chicken and wild rice soup. I am just smashing some garlic right now to add, and I'm taking requests. We have Mr. Riz. He asked if I knew how to make butter chicken, and I do. So I will be making butter chicken live. If there's any other requests, I remember the request from last week with the soup. So you guys, I haven't forgotten about that. Everything just has to be, I just have to be able to prepare it live and make it make sense, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Because if something has to simmer for a large amount of time, I have to figure out what I'm going to be doing while it's simmering for a large amount of time. I just can't sit here and look at you guys, right? So if it makes sense to cook it on live and I could pull it off, I will 100% try to meet you guys' request. Okay. So, and then I will even shout you out when I do cook it live. So just let me know. Okay. Mr. Riz, I don't know when the live is for the butter chicken yet. It won't be until after the first of the year, because all of this month of December, this is our soup season. Okay. So we're doing soups all this month. Let me check on. Ooh, okay. I'm checking on the soup base, guys. Maybe I can put a little bit. Maybe we can share the screen. I'll put it in here so you guys could see what it's looking like. All right, is that better? I want you guys to be able to see what I'm cooking. I'm telling you, it smells amazing already. Oh my gosh, it just smells so homey. Okay. Does anyone else do that? Does anyone else like knock on the side of the pot? I just do it without even thinking about it. All right, so that's still doing what it's doing. Let's chop up this garlic. Like I was saying earlier, it's important not to add the garlic too soon because garlic does burn. And I'm just going to do a rough chop on the garlic. I'm not really going to mince it because I want to get all of the juices out of the garlic. So we're just going to do like a rough chop. Okay. And I just love garlic. Garlic is my favorite. So this is about 6 cloves of garlic. In no way, shape, or form do you have to use 6 cloves of garlic. You can use 1, you can use 2, you can use 3, but just go ahead and use 6 if you want it to be like the most amazing, okay? That's all I'm saying. Hey, you guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys are having a great time here, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what's taking you so long. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We are making our homemade cream of chicken and wild rice soup. And you guys, seriously, like soup is one of those meals that you don't have to, it doesn't have to be winter for you to enjoy soup, right? Any restaurant that you go to, no matter what time of year it is, they always have a soup option. Soup is year round. So these are recipes that you can just have in your repertoire and pull out summer, spring, fall, and winter. And you can never go wrong with that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull the pot back. Mr. Riz asked me what's my favorite dish to make. My all-time, well, I have a couple. One of my all-time favorite dishes to make is homemade chicken Alfredo. I grew up eating pasta. No, I'm not Italian. You know, Italians aren't the only people that eat pasta. But we ate pasta all the time in our house. My mom made this homemade lasagna that was ridiculous, spaghetti. So I grew up eating pasta, stuffed manicotti. So I learned how to make my own pasta. So I make homemade fettuccine Alfredo. Everything's from scratch. The pasta's from scratch. The sauce is from scratch. And it's my most, it's the dish that I'm known for. Or my macaroni and cheese. Every single holiday, I was the designated mac and cheese maker. Now, I only can speak for my tradition, but in the African American culture, if people tell you that you make the macaroni and cheese, that's like one of the highest honors in the African American culture. So my macaroni and cheese is like famous within my family, and then also homemade fettuccine Alfredo. But I love making homemade oxtails. You know, I love making this week I'm going to make some pinto beans with some smoked meat. I'm still trying to determine if I'm going to use ham hock or smoked turkey. It just depending on how much fat I want in my beans. So I love cooking pretty much everything. But to answer your question, my absolute favorite dish to make is my homemade fettuccine alfredo. All right, let's go ahead and peek in here. Ho, ho, ho. I wish you guys, because you see that? That is aroma that's coming out. You guys might think it's steam, but it's actually aroma and it's smelling amazing. All right, so the chicken is done, right? The vegetables are nice and soft. You guys, this soup, easy breezy. It's gonna taste like it's been cooking all day. It just doesn't take all day. Now we're going to add the garlic to the mix. And the garlic is just going to take this flavor from a 9.5 to like a 12. Okay. All right, we're just going to saute the garlic for a couple of minutes. I hope you guys are having a great time. For those of you that's just tuning in, you are making Meals with Meka live, and we are making a delicious, thick, and creamy cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Okay? I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, to this, we are going to add, remember I said what you're going to do when you add liquids. This is chicken stock, okay? I'm adding 5 cups of chicken stock to this. All right, and I added hot chicken stock so it can continue to boil. When you are adding liquids to your pan or anything, make sure you add it hot, because if you add cold liquids to anything that's hot, it's going to bring the temperature down, and unfortunately it's going to affect the texture of your food. Always add hot liquid to a hot pan. Turkish meal. Hi, is that Gurham? Gurham, I've never had anything Turkish. Can you tell me what's something that's Turkish? I've never had anything, or maybe I have had something that's Turkish. I just didn't know it was Turkish. All right, we're going to bring this to a boil. You guys, we are over halfway done with this soup, and we've been cooking, it says 27 minutes, but I haven't been cooking for 27 minutes. All right, the soup is boiling. To this, we're going to add 1 cup of wild rice, okay? Now, there's different types of wild rice. This wild rice has black rice, it has brown rice, and it has wild rice, which is a type of rice. We're going to add that. We're going to let it boil for a while. And then we're going to cover it. But before we cover it, let's season this. I haven't added any seasonings really, just the chicken stock. We're going to add fresh thyme to this. It's important to use fresh thyme, but if you don't have fresh thyme, that's okay. You can use dry thyme. Thyme is like a peppery, lemony, just a delicious ingredient. Oh my gosh. And remember I said it's going to add thyme to your dish like it's been cooking all day. I'm going to add a couple of sprigs of thyme. Okay. Then we're going to add some black pepper. I have a couple of black pepper shakers here. One is fancy and one is very functional. This one makes a lot more pepper come out, so we're going to use this. So I added thyme and I added black pepper. I'm not going to add salt yet because I've added chicken stock, and the chicken stock is naturally salty. I don't want to over salt the dish. All right, so in this pot right now, you guys, we have our diced chicken breasts, we have onions, we have celery, we have our carrots, and we have some delicious garlic. I have added 5 cups of chicken stock, and I've also added 1 cup of wild rice, and then I just put some fresh thyme sprigs in there and some pepper, and we are going to cover this, and we want the rice to cook. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, and we're going to move it to the side, and the rice is going to cook. Hello, everyone. Those of you that just tuning in, it's a perfect timing. We have our rice and our chicken and all the ingredients in the pot getting cozy with each other. And while that's happening, we're going to make some homemade crackers. Yes, we are making homemade crackers here. Now with this cream of chicken soup, you can use any type of, dipping mechanism that you want. You can use some crusty French bread. You can use Italian bread. You can use rolls. I am a huge cracker and soup person. And we're going to make our own homemade crackers here. It was such a hit last week. I had people messaging me saying, Meka, can you make, crackers again? So I was like, okay, I can make crackers again. It's really, really easy. All you do is you get a bowl. I have 1 cup of flour here. Okay? 1 cup of flour. Now you can season these however you want to. Make sure you season them. I'm going to season with a little salt. I'm going to put a little garlic powder. So whatever you put in here is what your cracker is going to taste like. And then, because we have thyme in our soup, I'm going to put some dry thymes in our artesian crackers. I'm going to stop and say hello to some people for a minute. We have Corinne. Hi, Corinne. We have Miss Tasha Campbell. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Gerham. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Welcome. You're just tuning in. You're making meals with Meka. We have our cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Most of the ingredients are in the pan, and now we're making homemade crackers to go along with the soup, okay? In this bowl, I have 1 cup of flour. I have a little bit of salt. I have some garlic pepper, and I am going to put some dried thyme. These are fancy. These are fancy artisanal crackers, okay? I'm going to put some dried thyme in here because I have thyme in the soup, and it's just going to be amazing. Let's mix this up, okay? And we have King. He said, I watch your YouTube every day. Thank you, King. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you guys hear that? King watches me every day on YouTube. So that means he's a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you will not be disappointed. King, tell them they will not be disappointed. Take a moment, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are having a good time, go ahead and hit the like button. This is all we have right here. We have flour and some seasonings. To this flour and some seasonings, I'm going to add about 2/3 cup of water. Okay? 2/3 cup of water to our flour. And guess what we just made? We just made some cracker dough. That's it. It's not hard, It's really not hard to take these ingredients that we buy every day that could have so many additives and preservatives. It's not hard to make it at home. You're going to have to spend a little bit more time, but is your health worth your time? I think it is, Let's see here. Yes, hit the like button. My brother Deontay is telling everyone to hit the like button. If you're having a good time, hit the like button. Thank you for the likes. All right, you guys, just that easy, okay? Now it's time to roll these out. So you just take some additional flour. You don't even have to be a baker. I am notoriously known for not being a baker. like for real. I am not joking. And then we have this ball, and the ball is going to be, just kind of, it's just a ball. All right. It's not going to be a beautiful bread ball, but we don't want a beautiful bread ball because we're not making crackers. And you're just going to knead it. You're just going to take it and you're going to, when you knead it, you kind of roll it and push. So you roll and push with the palm of your hand. Okay. And that's it. Like literally, you guys, that's it. Those of you that are just tuning in, you are at the perfect time because I am making some homemade artisanal crackers that's going to go along with our cream of chicken and wild rice soup. And the soup right now is simmering. Okay, it's almost done. And we're making some artisanal crackers. You guys know what artisanal means? It just means that they just kind of do their own thing. Like every cracker is not going to be the same shape. It's not going to be the same size, but they are going to be delicious. Artisanal means rustic. Now, right now, I'm not going to open my soup. I want the rice to cook. And if anyone has ever cooked rice, you know you don't mess with rice, okay? You put the rice on and you just let it do its thing. You don't stir it, you don't open it or do anything like that. So right now we need to leave the soup alone because the rice is in there. So we're not going to mess with it. We're rolling our crackers out. Well, I'm kneading the cracker dough. Just one hand. Just one hand. I'm going to say some hi to some people. We have, is that Baya? Hi, Baya. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this is what your dough should look like. This is the cracker dough. My oven is already preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to put some more flour out here. Just spread it out. This dough smells amazing. It smells like flour and garlic and thyme. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. And we're just going to roll it out. These are crackers. So you want this dough to be very, very thin. Okay. Very, very thin is how we're rolling this dough. So you just have to go in. I start from the middle, pull it out. Baya says I'm an amazing chef. Thank you. Oh my God, you're making me blush. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys coming, hanging out with me every single Wednesday, just enjoying in something that I love to do, which is cooking. I love sharing my ideas. I love when you guys share your ideas. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. For those of you that are just tuning in, which we have like 10 more people tuning in. You guys, we have 74 people hanging out with us right now. Okay, this is a great party. You're just tuning in. We are making homemade artisanal crackers that has only had like 2 main ingredients, which is flour and water, and we seasoned it. Now I'm rolling them out to be really thin. Now you roll these out to whatever thickness that you want, okay? And I'm telling you, last week we ate these in one sitting. Last week I made crackers, they were gone. Do you hear me? We had the chicken and noodle soup last week. These crackers didn't stand a chance. All right, so it's time to transfer to our sheet. This is a baking sheet. I put some, you guys know the name of the paper. The paper on here, the baking paper. What is that? Parchment paper. I put some parchment paper on the pan. We have someone says, what you cooking, Mom? Hello, hello. Right now, I'm in the middle of transferring my cracker dough to my baking sheet. So today we are making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. Okay, and this is our cracker dough. And it's okay if it tears. Well, it's tearing right now, but it's okay. All right, so I got to lift this. Woo! It made it. All right, let's move this out the way. So I'm making some artisanal crackers right now. All right, so we're going to spread this out. And you guys, don't worry that it tore, okay? I'm all right that it tore. Because that's what artisanal means. Artisanal means that everything is not going to be the same. All right, so let me get my cutter. For these, I'm going to use just a regular pizza cutter, guys. Okay? And you can cut these in any shape. Parchment, you're right. I was like the baking paper. You guys know the name of it. Parchment paper. Thank you. You guys can make these in any shape that you want. And I'm just going to go in and just, I'm just going to just let my mind, just take me however, So I just put some slits that way. I'm going to go through, cut some this way. Okay, if I have some that's bigger, I'm going to slice those. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread the crackers out. All right, look. That's going to be a cracker in about 15 minutes, okay? And they are delicious. Now, you can top these with whatever you want. My brother and I had a little conversation offline last week. He was like, I'm going to top mine with some Parmesan cheese. These will be amazing with Parmesan cheese. Last week, I topped these with with not sunflower seeds, but with sesame seeds. I topped them with sesame seeds last week, right? This week, I'm not going to top them with anything because they have the thyme inside of them. But I am going to sprinkle with some olive oil and some sea salt. So these are my crackers. And I'm just going to take my brush. I hope you guys all have a pastry brush. I do have a pastry brush around here. All right, guys. Sorry. Got my butt in the... Okay, here we are. Just get a little bit of oil. Right? And we're just going to go... And I'm just going to brush each one with a little olive oil because the olive oil is going to give it a nice color. Hi, guys. Those of you that's just tuning in, we are brushing our artisanal crackers that we just made with some olive oil. This is going to give it a nice, beautiful brown color. Okay. These crackers only have a couple of ingredients. They have flour. They have water. They have some salt. And I put some fresh thyme in here because I have thyme in my soup. So we're mimicking flavors here. Okay, let's see. Let's stop for some comments. Belinda. Hi, Belinda. Let's see. I just ate. The way you explain food makes me want to go eat again. Oh, thank you. Listen, food is nourishment. Food is health, okay? You make me want to go to Home Goods. That is hilarious. You guys are so hilarious. Okay, we have Tony on here. Hi, Tony. We have, is that Amareza? Hello, Amareza. And we have Laura. Bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous? We have someone from France? Where is everyone from right now? Where is everyone from? Okay, guys. All right, let's see. Every single cracker has been topped with this olive oil. And now we're just going to sprinkle with a little salt, okay? That's it. We're just going to go through, top them with a little salt. All right. And it's time to put them in the oven. Put these in the oven. And the goal is, so I have those crackers on 400 degrees, okay? 400 is pretty high, but we want the crackers to be nice and crispy. So that's why it's really high, and we don't want them to be white. We want them to be nice and brown when they come out. So we're going to just keep them in there till they're brown. All right, let me see where we have everyone from. We have someone from Toledo, Albanian, from Kosovo. Oh my gosh, we have someone from Belgium, from Vegas, from the UK. Oh my goodness. We have people from everywhere. You guys, hello, welcome. Welcome. I am just so honored that everyone is hanging out here. We have someone from the Philippines. Well, hello, Tyra. Let's go. All right, so someone said Wednesday at what time? Every single Wednesday. We have someone from Morocco. All right, let's go. Drop your city, drop your country in the chat so we can say hello. Hello, Edward. How are you doing? We have, oh my God, someone from Monaco. I'm just overwhelmed. This is an international party, okay? International. All right, let's check on this rice. Okay. You guys hear the bubble? All right, let's see. Let's see here. You guys think the rice is done? There's only one way to test if the rice is done. We have someone from Miami, Florida. Keep dropping where you are from. Let's go, Miami. We have someone from New Mexico, someone from Texas. Oh my goodness, West Virginia. Let's go, everyone. Let me drop mine. I'm in Chicago. Put Chicago in the chat. I'm in Chicago. Oh my gosh, we have people from all over the world. Let's go here. I hope you guys are having a great time. Drop where you're from right now in the chat. We have Milky asked what's cooking. Great question, Milky. We are making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. In this pan right now, we have our chicken, we have onions, we have our celery, we have carrots, we have fresh garlic. I put some wild rice in here, and we have chicken stock. And right now, we're waiting for the rice to finish cooking. I'm going to go in and test the rice. And all I'm going to do, I'm just trying to find one little piece of rice and see. Nope, the rice is still a little crispy. And that's okay. So we're going to cover this. It's not done yet. We're going to cover this and just let the rice continue to cook, because you don't want crispy rice, okay? Crispy rice is really not a good flavor. We also have some homemade artesian crackers in the oven, and those are just flour, water, and some seasonings, and those are going to bake and just be delicious. Isn't this rice too watery? No, it's not too watery. So the rice is going to soak up all of the juice, and then what we're going to do is it's going to get nice and plump, and then we're going to add our cream in the end. So nope, just trust the process. Trust the process, okay? And then someone said no onion, please, and that's totally fine. Listen, you guys, these recipes are to give you a base, and as I talk to you, I'm going to clean, because I just have to clean. We do have someone from Chicago. My day is going great. Thank you so much. If you don't want onion in here, don't put onion in here. I was saying earlier when I first started, this has carrot in it. And carrot is it's a cornerstone to most soups and things like that. I don't like carrot. So guess what? When the soup is done, I'm pulling the carrot out of my bowl of soup. I love raw carrots. I don't like cooked carrots. So I say all that to say it's perfectly fine to omit any ingredient that you don't want in this soup. You guys that are just tuning in, you are making meals with Meka, and we are making a creamy chicken and wild rice soup. Okay, and we have some delicious crackers that are cooking in the oven. And since we have time, we have our rice is cooking. Are you guys okay if I just interact with you guys for a little bit? Let's read some of the comments here. Okay, I don't know why you can't find this energy. I don't know. I'm sorry. Someone asked me how my day is going. You guys, my day is going amazing. Believe it or not, I just flew back in from Hawaii this morning. Was up 24 hours with the flight and the time change and things like that. I got in this morning, 8 a.m. this morning, came home, passed out, slept for a good 5 or 6 hours, and I am here hanging out with you guys, cooking, making this meal with you guys. So thank you for asking me how my day is going. We got someone from Chicago. Let's go. Chicago. I'm here in Chicago. Tasha says she has a hard time cooking. It's okay, Tasha. Listen, cooking isn't everyone's ministry, and that is totally fine. But what you want to do is just take some simple recipes that you can recreate, something that you don't mind doing. So you don't want to start with like a recipe that has like 15 steps and 13 ingredients. That's a lot. This recipe, however, has very few ingredients. It's one pot. You don't have to do a lot. So my suggestion to you is just start with something small, and then eventually, once you cook something and it tastes delicious, you're going to be like, I got this. But it's okay if you don't enjoy cooking. Everyone has their calling. Cooking just might not be yours, and that's totally fine. We have Bue's Life said, you are so pretty. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We have Isaac said he's from Phoenix. What up, Isaac from Phoenix? What's up, Arizona? I know you're loving the weather right now. We have Yvonne. I love rice soup. You should love this soup. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for your contribution. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Someone says chicken and raw rice soup is my teenage son's jam. Yes, Chrissy. Yes. Chicken and raw rice soup is delicious. Eric says he's a good eater. Hey, we're all good eaters. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tear this soup up when it's done. Right now, we just have to give it a little time. All right, we need our rice to be nice and fluffy. Those of you that are just tuning in, thank you so much. You are making meals with Meka. We are live making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. As you guys see, the steam is all, look, I'm getting a good facial, okay? Every time I come in to talk to you guys, it gives me like a natural facial. So the soup is cooking. We have our artesian crackers in the oven, and I'm going to give you guys this little tip. If you make your own crackers, okay, you make your own crackers, you really will look at crackers differently. You don't want to, you probably will not want to buy any other crackers again. Is that, what is it? Darius says, Meka, hello. Hi, Darius. If you're just tuning in, I was asking everyone to drop where you are in the comment section so we can shout you out. We have people from everywhere. We have someone from the Philippines, from Morocco. Where else do we have people from, guys? We have people from here in the States. We have someone from the UK. We have people from everywhere hanging out in this kitchen on a Wednesday, and we're making this cream of chicken and wild rice soup. So I really appreciate you guys just hanging out with me. Have someone from Richmond, Virginia, Dallas, Texas. I used to live in Texas. Shout out to Frisco, Texas. I used to live there. I'm going to take a couple more comments because we have to. Our soup is cooking, guys. Do you guys mind if I just interact with you guys for a little bit? We have Tasha. What can I use if I don't have a roller to make crackers? Old school. This is what you can use. A cup, literally, or a glass. A cup is not going to be sturdy enough, but you need to use a really thick glass. Before I got a roller, I would use a glass. You just need a glass. Make sure you put some flour on the outside of your glass and just roll away. And it's Thursday where Jenny is. Well, happy Thursday, Jenny. How are you doing today on this Thursday? Over here, it's hump day. It's Wednesday. I'm here every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. Jenny, for you, it's every single Thursday. What time is it there, Jenny? Let me know. And this is where I will be. Tasha, when you make your crackers tomorrow, please, like, you can message me on YouTube or just come back and message this live and let me know. Take a picture. Let me know how your crackers turned out. Don't forget the dough is in the oven. Thank you, someone. Who is that? That is Sabai. Sabai? Did I say it right? Sabai. Let me check on these crackers, Sabai. Thank you. See, you guys keep me on my toes. Let me go check on these. It's 4 a.m. where Jenny is. 4 a.m. on a Thursday? Why are you up, Jenny? Why are you up? I'm glad that you're up hanging out. Thank you. But let me check on these crackers. Hold on, guys. All right. Hold on, guys. Let's see here. Okay, so they can move around, but they're not done yet. You see that? They're still very white. Okay, they're still very white. So we're putting these back into the oven. They go. But thank you so much for reminding me to check on these crackers. Okay, these are going back in there. We got a little bit more time. And in the meantime, I'm going to go to the refrigerator. I have to get the cream out of the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Jenny says, I am beautiful. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. No, we were not making cookies. Those are crackers, actually. Okay, so you guys watch my soup, okay? I have to go to the refrigerator. I'll be right back. Okay. So, I have my cream because it's going to be time to add the cream in a second. Those of you that are just tuning in, you are making Meals with Meka live. In this pot right here, we have the makings of a cream of chicken and wild rice soup, okay? And now I just pulled out the cream. If you have been following me for a while or attended my lives, I normally use half and half. And that's because half and half is a little lighter. It's not going to be too heavy. And for anyone who has any type of, dietary issues when it comes to dairy and things like that, half and half is a little more agreeable. But today we are making cream of chicken and wild rice soup. I have to use heavy cream. I mean, you really can't substitute that taste. So I'm going to use some heavy cream in here. I'm going to, read some of the comments, and I ask people to let me know some things that they want me to cook. Let me see. We have EFC beef Wellington. Beef Wellington. Ooh, this is not beef Wellington. This is the soup. Beef Wellington. I won't be able to prepare beef Wellington in an hour. Beef Wellington takes some time, okay? But beef Wellington is delicious. And we have Hostin says, yes, I'm single. I need to cook for myself. It's going to be my birthday this Friday. Happy birthday! You guys, okay, help me out, guys. I'm a big birthday person. Everyone stop and let's wish Les Hostin a happy birthday. Their birthday is this Friday. My birthday was just on Sunday. That's why I was in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii celebrating my birthday. So happy birthday. I hope your birthday this Friday will be amazing. And I'm sure it will be. You guys, let's stop and wish this person a happy birthday, please. Birthdays are just a special day. So happy birthday. Let's send this person some birthday love, okay? Let's shout them out. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I am measuring 1 cup of heavy cream. 1 cup of heavy cream. And I'm not going to add this just yet. And I'm going to put it in the microwave before I put it in here. And wait a minute. We have J. Kelly. Jim, your birthday was yesterday? Happy belated birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. Sagittarius. Yes, you guys, I am really big on my birthday sign, okay? It's all about the Sagittarius for me. So happy birthday. Let's go, Sagittarius. Let's go. All right, let's check on. Okay, we got a lot going on here. The crackers are not done yet. Let's check on this soup to see if it's time to add the cream. And right now, we're just at the mercy of the rice being done, okay? We just want to make sure that the rice is done. And oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Can you guys, let me try to tilt it a little bit so you guys can see. Do you guys see this? This is a big pot of amazingness. Everything's all nice and tender. My rice should be cooked. Let's see here. I just need to get a little piece of rice. Wild rice can be very tricky. So we just want to make sure it's not. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Guess what that means, guys? That means the rice is done. Okay. So that's amazing. I'm going to cover this still because I don't ever want it to lose its. And I'm going to put about 1.5 cups of heavy cream in here. And yes, I measure, okay? I use a measuring cup and I measure. So we're going to put about 1.5 cups of heavy cream. But remember the golden rule. When you are adding anything liquid or any liquid to an already hot pan, we have to heat it up first. So this is going to go in the microwave, okay? For about 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Remember I said it's important. You want to keep, right? You want to keep the temperature up. All right, let's see here. I'm getting just excited. Okay, listen, birthdays are a big deal, you guys. I want everyone to always make a big deal for your birthday. That is the day that you were given life, the day that you were created, you weren't created, you were created a couple months earlier, but it was the day that you came out into the world. And it's just so special. And it's your day. It is when Everyone celebrates you. So always, always, always be happy about your birthday. When is your birthday? Tell people it's your birthday. Be proud that it is your birthday. Okay? Thank you. All right, we have Puppy Dog Owl. Have you ever used Mrs. Dash seasoning blend? And the spices are amazing. So I have used, I have Mrs. Dash. Like I don't shout out, like companies and things like that because they don't pay me to advertise. But yes, I have used the all-purpose seasoning, and it's really good because it doesn't have salt. So absolutely I have. All right, guys, I'm multitasking right now. I have my cream heating up, and that's okay, nice and warm. Let's check on these crackers that are in the oven. Okay, the crackers are almost done. We're going to give these a little more time. You don't have to flip them or anything. All right, to the soup. The 19th is your birthday. Oh my, you guys, we have so many December birthdays. Happy birthday, Julie. Is that Julie? Happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday. Okay. It's time to add our cream. Ooh. Oh my goodness. You guys, this soup just went from delicious to luscious. Okay? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Now I'm going to give you a trick. Once the cream gets all incorporated, and if the soup isn't as thick as we want it, I'm going to give you a trick to thicken it up. But right now, we're just going to let the soup, the cream, just get all incorporated. And then this is when I go in, and you guys remember those thyme sprigs that I put in here? It's time to take the thyme sprigs out. Let's see here. What kind of soup are you making? Hi, we have Tickle. I am making a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. This soup has been marinating for, not marinating, but it's been simmering for a good, let's say about 35 minutes. I put some fresh thyme sprigs in here. So you guys see, let me show you. And right now I'm just removing the thyme sprigs. So the thyme goes in looking like this. It comes out looking like this. All those beautiful green leaves, the herbs, they come off. And then you just remove the sprigs. These are not edible. Take them out. So I'm just going through with the fork. I found the fork is the best way. And you just remove them. I don't remember how many I put in here, but I put quite a bit. So I just go through and I just take them out, and all the flavor is in the soup. And then, when you're looking at pictures of soup, or if soup comes to you and you see those little green pieces of herbs, that's thyme. That is the thyme. So right now, this just takes a little, and I'm not burning my fingers or anything because I'm lifting them out of the juice. I got a couple more. Okay. And I'm just going to let this simmer. Now, because we added cream to this, I have to go ahead and let's taste the seasoning, because we added a new ingredient. But you guys, look at this. Look at this. Panera Bread could never. Okay. Do you hear me? Panera Bread could never. Let's see. This is a great stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we have to go in and test this. Whenever you're cooking, always taste your food, okay? Another rule of thumb, never serve food to anyone that you haven't tasted yet. Never. It is a no-no. You don't want to do it. You want to make sure that your food is delicious. And I'll tell you right now, because I love to cook and I try to, artfully, make dishes that are delicious. I don't like it when people add salt or something to what I cook, because I'm like, when I gave it to you, it was perfectly seasoned. Like, why do you need more salt? Like, that's the type of cook I am. I am one of those cooks, like, seriously. So let's go in and taste it. I'm just tasting the broth right now. And pull it back. Mmm. Mmm. I mean, I don't really think it needs anything. It needs a little bit. It needs just, okay, it does need a little bit more salt. I mean, not salt. It needs a little more pepper. Okay. And it does need, I mean, when I say a pinch of salt, it needs just a pinch. Maybe 2 pinches. And that's about it. That is about it. Those of you that are just tuning in, you are making meals with Meka. We have, is that Dante? We have another Dante. You're tuning in. Hi, hello, hello. You guys are, I mean, you're tuning in at the perfect time. This soup is almost done. This is a cream of chicken and wild rice soup. And we just added the cream. And now we're just letting all the flavors meld together. And I've taken the top off, okay? We don't need the top on here anymore. I've taken the top off. And I still want this to boil, but it's not on like a high, it's on a medium high. I want it to boil. All right. Someone says Maurice from Be More. Okay, Be More. What's up, Baltimore? I don't think I've ever been to Baltimore. I need to go to that city. I was wondering if their crackers were done. Let's check and see. Hey, you guys are keeping me on my toes. I love it. You guys are like perfect, okay? Let's check on these crackers. You guys are right. We can't have any burnt crackers. So the soup is doing this thing. I'm actually going to turn this all the way down now. So everything is done. I don't want it to scorch. So I'm going to reduce the heat, turn it all the way down, but still allow it to cook. Next time you should make this soup with coconut milk. Coconut milk is delicious. I have coconut milk right here under my cabinet. Someone is from Ontario. Come on, Ontario. Oh my gosh, we have people from everywhere. Okay, let's see. Come on, crackers. Ooh, you guys. Y'all hear that? The crackers. You guys, I'm just gonna flip them real quick. But let me show you guys. Y'all see that? Y'all see these crackers? So the crackers need about, they need about maybe 1 more minute. And last week I tried to take the crackers out with my bare hand, and I thought I had mom hands. And I've always had mom hands, but apparently these mom hands were not working last week because I burned myself with these crackers. But look, okay, but this is the look that you want. You want them nice and golden and brown, okay? So we got about 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Let's put them in here. 1 more minute. Okay, I'm going to turn the soup off. We have someone from New York. Hello, New York. We got Angel. What's up? All right. Let's go. All right, so I want you guys to see the consistency of this soup. We have someone from South Africa. We've someone from Australia. Wait a minute. Okay, South Africa. Hello, greetings from South Africa. Someone from Australia. Greetings. Let's go. Oh my gosh. We have someone else from New York. Hello, guys. Hello. I am so humbled that you guys have chosen to hang out with me and watch me cook this delicious soup for you guys, okay? I just want to show you guys what it's looking like, okay? We have someone from Minnesota. I am catering a wedding in Minnesota next summer, so hey, maybe you should look me up when I'm there. Okay, so this is what our soup is looking like. This is a thick, rich, hearty cream of chicken and wild rice soup. I see a couple more sprigs of thyme that I put in there. So we're going to take this out. Let's see. Homemade crackers are the best, and they are unique and special. Yes, they are. You are 100% right. Okay, we have Toronto, Canada. Hello, Toronto. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome from Toronto. Go ahead. Tell me where you are from. Drop it in the chat. If you're just tuning in, you are making meals with Meka, and we are about to eat, you guys. We are about to plate this up. We have some homemade cream of chicken and wild rice soup. We also have some homemade artisanal crackers that I'm going to pull out of the oven. And we're done. We are done. I'm going to show you how to plate this up. I am currently in Chicago. I am in Chicago right now. We have someone from Indiana. I was born and raised in Indiana. So hello to my fellow Hoosier. Let's go. We got someone from North Carolina. You guys, we are everywhere representing, and I am loving it. Okay. Are you guys ready for me to plate this up? Are you guys ready for the final moments to plate up this soup that we have worked so hard on? Let's get it. I have turned off the heats because it's all done, and I don't want the cream to scorch. Hello, Jenny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tommy, welcome, welcome, welcome. And someone suggested that I use coconut milk next time. I do have a soup that I do use coconut milk in, but if you are someone who cannot have dairy, coconut milk will go very well in here. I will show you how to adjust the seasonings. I would use a little thyme, but there's some other seasonings that go very, very well with coconut milk that we can add to this soup. I am feeding the whole world. Yes, absolutely. And that is what food is supposed to do. You know, people ask me all the time, why do I love cooking so much? I love cooking because with everything that goes on in the world, and there's so much hate, let's just be honest. We are so much more alike than we know. We're more alike than different, and food is one thing that brings everyone together. And my cultural dish might be something different in your culture. It might be called something different. It might have a little different ingredients, but it could be very, very similar. So food is what brings us all together, and that's why I love cooking, because we just bond over food. Where can I get the recipe? So Jenny, there's ingredient. The ingredient is on this description for this live. I actually have a reel, REEL, a video of me cooking this exact soup. You can go check out that reel. You have to subscribe to my pages if you haven't. And then Jenny, just shoot me a message. If you can't find it on this description, or you can't find the reel, I will be more than happy to personally write out the recipe and send it to you. So I will give you the recipe. This recipe is amazing. All right, you guys are ready. Let's go. All right, I will send you the recipe. Our crackers are done. You guys, listen, this is what they should look like. Hold on. You guys see that? Y'all see that? They're done. It's time to eat. And yes, I get excited when it's time to eat, okay? And I do. Okay, let's go. I enjoy watching you cook and learned a lot. Oh, Tyra, thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, so before we dish up the soup, I'm going to take the crackers out because I want them to cool down enough for you to see and hear how crispy they were. I'm going to try them. Okay. You hear this? That's crisp. That's what we want, guys. Yes. And these are a little thicker. I didn't roll them as thin as I could have, but because I wanted a nice thick cracker for this soup. But you guys hear that? These are the artisanal crackers. Look at that. Look at that. The little pieces that you see in there, dried rosemary. They're nice and brown around the edges, nice and thick. And let's see. Here's the crunch. Now, the thing is, they have a little chew to them because they haven't cooled off yet. I'm just being way too greedy. So once they cool off, they're just gonna break in my mouth. But these are the crackers. Okay. All humans are similar to each. Yes, we are all similar, you guys. We are all similar. We have way more similarities than differences. Okay, you're hungry. I'm hungry too. So you know what that means? Let's just go ahead and whip this soup up. I'm going to take it off and put it down here so you guys can get a better view. Okay. I want you to see how thick and hearty it is. I put a towel down to protect my counter. Okay. Never put hot pans on your counter. A bowl. This is the type of bowl I use when I'm eating soup. It has more surface area. I enjoy your soup already with my eyes. Yes. Okay, so thank you guys. I am glad that you're enjoying it. Let me tip this so you guys can see. This is the consistency that you want. You want it to be kind of like a stew. Okay, it's cream of chicken and wild rice. I'm going to go down in here. Take my bowl. I always tip my bowl a little bit. Okay. And this is soup. So I'm going to get like 3 ladles. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, you guys. It's just that amazing. Okay. All right. And then we eat with our eyes first. So I'm always going to clean the bowl up. Let's move this big old, let's move that to the side. Okay. Just go in with a clean towel or whatever. You're going to clean the bowl up. Right. Let's get a big soup spoon. This is not a soup spoon. This is a soup spoon. You guys see the difference? Big soup spoon. Yes, it is smelling absolutely delicious. Look at this, you guys. Let me get a towel. Look at this. Look at that. Look how thick. Look at this. Thick and creamy. We have the rice is fully cooked. We have the chicken. We have our vegetables, okay? And then we have our crackers to go with it. You can use anything you want to. You can, like I said, you can use bread or whatever. I just like to make homemade crackers because it's the most delicious taste. And this soup, I'm going to taste it. You know, you guys want to see it close? Look at that. You guys want to bite? Take a bite. See how thick that is? It is delicious. I'm going to take a little spoon. I have to taste it. Thank you guys for saying it looks delicious. It smells delicious. Someone asked, do I like enchiladas and tamales? And I do. I am making tamales for Christmas. I am debating on whether or not I should go live while I make the tamales because it's such, you know, what was the word I'm looking for? It takes a long time to make tamales, right? So I don't know if I want to go live for the whole time, but I'm making tamales for Christmas. But let's taste this soup, guys. Just blow it. This is a hug in a bowl. The rice is chewy and delicious. The chicken is tender. It's so creamy. You guys, I really do hope that you enjoy this recipe. If you want the recipe, it's right here in the description. And I have a reel on my channel on how to make this soup. But if you can't find it there, I will send you a recipe. Just inbox me and I will send you the recipe. I really appreciate everyone from all over the world coming to hang out and make this soup with me. It has been a blessing. I look forward to hanging out with you guys next Wednesday. Until the end of December, it is soup season. So we're whipping up some more soup next week. Happy birthday to everyone that has the December birthdays. This has been amazing. My soup is getting cold. I'm going to go eat. Shirley is here. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Shirley. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm here every single Wednesday. Big hearts to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye-bye, guys.